kamusta na mo? We've been receiving daily updates about our area's condition of the COVID-19. I hope you're all doing well and that you're staying at home safe with your family and kids. Karon, ingon ani ang sitwasyon, let's choose to spend our time wisely and be productive, and I believe this is why you are here today. Welcome to our Kids Church Online. My name is Vince, and it's always a pleasure to spend time with you all. Before we begin, let me introduce to you to our latest tool that can help us disciple our kids. We have our one-to-one for kids ages 10 plus. Wow! It has all amazing features for our children to properly understand what it means to walk with God and teach them how amazing it is to be graced with salvation. So this one-to-one booklet is now available online. Today is May 24 and it's the 4th Sunday of May. Currently, we are in our series entitled Wonder Women 2. It will be our third installment today. Looking back on the previous week, our series showcases different amazing and faithful women mentioned in the Bible. From our week 1, we have talked about Lois, the grandmother of Timothy. From our week 2, we talked about Elizabeth, the mother of John. Now, we can see here how they have set examples of faith in action. They bore great seeds that God has allowed them to plant and grow. Timothy's faith came from Louis' faith, and it continued to bear fruit. Likewise, with Elizabeth, she showed her obedience to God despite being barren. Now, in our third installment, we will be talking about Miriam, a good big sister of Moses. So as we begin our family devotion, I'd like to inform you ahead that there are 5 parts of this devotion. Are you ready? Come on, let's go. As we begin our family devotion, I'd like to inform you ahead that there are 5 parts of this devotion. First is connect, second is read the word, third is huddle time, next prayer, and lastly, discover. Let's begin. To connect, we recommend you instructing this to your kids around 2 to 3 days before the actual family devotion. What you are going to do is that you will instruct the older siblings in the family to look for ways that they can help their younger siblings in any way. Examples include helping them get dressed, feeding them, maybe playing with them, or so on and so forth. If they do not have any sibling, look for ways for your child to help other kids in their own ways at home. After this, in around 2 to 3 days, sit with your kids and let them share what they have done. We have questions here to help you, and these are the following. For the older sibling, what did you do for your younger siblings or neighbor or friend? Number 2, did you enjoy what you were doing? Why? Number 3, would you like to keep doing it? And number 4, what other things do you think you can do for them? Now, for the younger sibling, who helped you do some of the things you needed to do for this week? Number 2, did you remember to say thank you to them? We should take note that it is always a good thing to be able to do things for others, especially when they need your help because they are younger and cannot do it themselves. Now, this connects to our story today, which is about a sister whose bravery helped save her younger brother's life. Let's begin to read the word found in Exodus chapter 2 verses 2 to 11. In chapter 2, the woman conceived and bore a son, and when she saw that she was a fine child, she was hid him 3 months. When she could hide him no longer, she took him for a basket made of bulrushes and daubed it with bitumen and pitch. She put the child in it and placed it among the reeds by the river bank. And his sister stood at the distance to know what would be done to him. Now the daughter of Pharaoh came down to bathe at the water while her young women walked beside the river. She she saw the basket among the reeds and sent her a servant woman, and she took it. When she opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the baby was crying. She took pity on him and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." Then his sister said to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call you a nurse from the Hebrew women to nurse the child for you?" In verse 8, and Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Go." So the girl went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Take this child away and nurse him for me, and I will give you your wages." So the woman took the child and nursed him. When the child grew older, she brought him to Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. She named him Moses, because, she said, "I drew him out of the water." One day, when Moses had grown up, he went out to his people and looked on their burdens, and he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, one of his people. So, we just finished reading the passage, and let's discuss what was talked about there. It was a difficult time for Moses to be born in. His mother tried to hide him but could not only do so for 3 months. At this time, his older sister Miriam was only about 7 to 12 years old when their mother placed baby Moses in the basket by the river bank. Miriam stood watch nearby, making sure that her brother was unharmed by anything or anyone. That is such a brave thing to do. If the Egyptian guards caught her, they will surely kill her baby brother and maybe even kill her. Miriam did all that she could in order to protect her baby brother, even if it was dangerous for her to do so. She obeyed her mother to stand watch over the baby. And eventually, the baby was saved when Pharaoh's daughter came to the river, and Miriam offered her own mother to be the baby's nurse. What an amazing sister Miriam is. She bravely obeyed her mother, and in doing so, she saved her brother, who would one day lead the people of Israel out of slavery. Like Miriam, we can also do things to help others, especially those who are not able to do it for themselves. Let's keep our eyes open and ask God to help us see people who will need our help. They may be people from our school, our neighborhood, or even right inside our homes. Let's help them even if it's not easy or convenient for us to do so. Now it's huddle time. After that meaningful explanation as you expounded its meaning, let's take into action what we want our kids to learn by hearing their feedback. For kids ages 2 to 6 years old, ask them, who would you like to help in your family? What would you like to do for them? For kids ages 7 to 12, ask them, think of someone whom you want to help. What can you do for him or her? It is now time for you to share. Share to your kids an unforgettable thing you have done for a sibling or a friend. Let us always be on the lookout for ways that we can help others, whether our family, people from school, or our neighborhood. After all that learning, it is now time for us to talk with God. It's time to pray. In our family devotional, we have there a guide for us to pray with our kids. After finishing your meaningful prayer, we have an amazing fact about Miriam mentioned over there. Go check it out in our Discover area of our family devotional. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for joining us this week. I am looking forward to seeing you all again next week online. Have a great week ahead. God bless you. Continue to train the next generation to honor God and make disciples.